drifting in the clouds, no one's to be found for miles. Can you hear me away from the day that's heavy on your shoulders? You can run, you can play, even when you're old and gray. Hey, walking in the park, taking in the cool fresh air, breathing deeply, keep walking in the park, watching all the birds and bees in the twilight sun, setting in the clouds, no one's to be found for miles. Can you hear me? Walking in the park, taking in the cool fresh air, breathing deeply.
Hello, my name's Liz Pichon and I write and draw all the Tom Gates books. That's right, all 18 books. It's been 10 years, can you believe it, since the very first Tom Gates book came out, which was in 2011, and it's called The Brilliant World of Tom Gates. So as part of the whole celebration of celebrating all the books that have been out, I'm going to read to you from every single book. So a little section. We've got a new book coming out in February called 10 Tremendous Tales. So this part that I've decided to read to you is about when Tom, he's got a brand new pair of shoes, and every time he walks in them, they make a very unfortunate rasping sound. You know you know exactly the kind of sound that they make. I can't really do it. I've been practicing and doing a kind of rasping, like, I'm not going to do a raspberry, but you know, that's the kind of noise it is. So here we go. I'm going to read this bit. At first, my shoes were okay, but with every step, the noises get louder. So bad. What's that noise? Derek asked me. My shoes. Just ignore them, I tell him, which gets harder to do for both of us. My shoes make a horrible rasping sound all the way to school. Kids are pointing at me and people are staring down at my feet while I pretend that nothing is happening at all. Shoes? Check those shoes out. What's that? They're really noisy, aren't they? Derek says, like I didn't know that already. But then I remember my gym shoes. Oh, I forgot. I bought spare shoes and a note. I'll put them on right now. I'm so glad Mum suggested I bring them. I tip out the entire contents of my bag on the floor, and straight away Derek can tell something is wrong from the look on my face. What have you forgotten? He asks as I shake out my bag some more. Oh, everything. I've got no gym shoes, no note, no baby picture. So much for trying to stick to my list. Oh, why do I always forget things? I sigh. Derek tries to be helpful and makes a few suggestions. You could try putting your socks over your shoes. That might stop the noise. Or why don't you walk in a different way, like on tiptoes? Mr. Sprocket opens the door and begins ringing the bell for the start of the school day. I follow Derek inside on tiptoes, and I'm still rasping, just not as loudly as before. It's working, I whisper. Maybe nobody will notice my shoes after all. That's what I'm thinking, right up until I get to the corridor when everything changes. Caretaker Stan must have spent hours polishing up the wooden floors last night, because as my super noisy shoe touches the super shiny floor, I make an even more spectacular sound, and not in a good way. I'm going to have to do it like a... Everyone looks at me. Ooh, is that you? No, it's my shoes, I say, frantically pointing at them. I make that noise again just to prove it wasn't me. All the kids say, Tom, and lurch away from me. Shoes, shoes, it's my shoes, I keep shouting, which doesn't help much. Brad Galloway thinks it's really funny and makes things worse by saying, huh, go on, do it again, make that noise. I can see Mrs. Worthington looming towards me, looking a bit fierce. She's saying, what's going on? Who's making all that noise? Before she finds out it's me, I decide to take off my shoes and socks and make a run for it instead. Trying not to get my toes squashed by oncoming kids isn't easy, but I make it to the classroom in one piece. Now all I have to do is to get to my desk without Mr. Fullerman spotting my bare feet. How hard can it be? Very. Mr. Fullerman sees everything. There we are. There's Mr. Fullerman. So basically, Tom's shoes are so noisy, he takes his shoes and his socks off and he's walking around with bare feet, like you do. So there you go. That's a little bit from Family, Friends and Furry Creatures. And if you haven't read all of the books, like I said, there's 18 of them to feast your eyes upon. So get reading.
You will need an empty milk or juice box. Make sure it's clean. Bird food. Scissors.
Be careful with scissors.
Some ribbon or string. Paint and a paintbrush to decorate. A pencil and a pen. A wooden lollipop stick. And some very strong tape.
And a glue stick?
Not this time, sorry. Maybe next time. Take your juice box and paint it all over. Make it a nice bright colour so the birds can see it. Once it is dry, draw a shape like this on the side without the cap. Ask an adult for help to cut out this shape in your box. Perfect. Use a pencil to draw the details of the monster. Rah! Teeth, eyes and ears. Paint these white. When they are dry, use your pen to add all the details. Looking good. Take your lollipop stick and place it in the monster's mouth like this. Stick it down inside with tape and maybe even some glue. This will be the perch for the birds to land on. Take your string and ribbon and push it through the top of the box. You might need a grown-up to help you here. Tie the ribbon and your bird box is ready to hang. It's best to hang it somewhere nice and dry. Fill up with birdseed and you're done. Yum yum. Try using different shapes of boxes and different styles. Feed the birds!
School's out, raise a shout. All we want to do is go and have some fun. Right now, hear the sound, run around, party till the day